It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game. Woo! Let's go Rebels!
Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Cardinals headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Oh, they're after him. Complete in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the ball is loose on the return. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Auburn lines up quickly. Brown wants to pass. Rushes on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Finding, got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisville! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll start the return inside his 5. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Direct snap. Makes a man miss. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches.
And that would be the definition of first.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off the RPO, complete. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback making adjustments. The run inside. It's Brown. Touchdown Cardinals. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down there. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
On the move from inside his 5. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Brown will throw it. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And I know last possession was really frustrating, especially the result, throwing the interception. But I think bouncing back here and trusting your guy, you're down in this football game. You need to be able to throw. You need to be able to create some explosive plays. He's got to find a way as soon as possible, man, to get back on track.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in.
He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense, stepping in front of the football?
It's the Louisville Cardinals and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Cardinals ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Using his legs, it's Fuller. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Sellers on the play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. The throw. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Fourth down, Sellers. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. There he goes. 30, the 20. All the way. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Brown to begin the drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And they swarm him under.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long. You know it.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running inside, it's Fuller. Maybe some room here. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Sellers from the gun on third down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on fourth down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here's the pressure. Slides away. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. From midfield, looking for room. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Sellers. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I see what the quarterback saw. He saw man-to-man coverage on the outside. Give my guy a chance to win. But the DB won. Great job staying glued to the wide receiver, seeing the ball when it's coming, and batting it down.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Dumps it off in the flats. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. And he will score! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Here's Sellers to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
That keeps the score. South Carolina, 14. Louisville, 0. Number 14, set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. First play of the period will be a second down. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. Could be an alley. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He's going to run it. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory.
Break. 8-6-74. Take off. Break. Break. 390 twice, but hard.
Throwing, Sellers. Hauls it in. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Sellers throws it deep. Makes a deep grab. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And some offenses you'll see, they'll get conservative right before the half, especially with the lead. Take it to the half, and you know you're in good shape. I love it with this offense, man. No, we're not done yet. Like, we trust our guys. Trust your QB there to make a play, and he does. Big play down the field. Already leading, and now hungry for some more points.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And guys, that one's just on the quarterback. You have to know where the play clock is and get the snap off in time. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. I guess an optimist could say it's still first and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. Takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Maybe a crease. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Louisville! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Sellers to throw. Here comes the heat. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. To the air, it's Sellers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I feel like that was predetermined. Like, they told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching.
He lobs one high down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their